Hey, I'm about halfway through the game. On chapter 4, so there's 8 chapters? Holy dang, that's a lot of chapters. Okay, come on, let's focus.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Reload time, yes, thank you.
That's enough! I admit nothing.
Final strike.
That's enough!
Locker room! Handprint! Fire! I was too slow. Oh no.
I curse you. I curse you.
Okay, we did it again. Locker room handprint.
That's enough!
Fire!
This should prove it.
Fire in the hole! Whew. Okay, that actually wasn't so bad. That went way better than Heroes did. I was able to fit some reloads
Did you
in
know
there.
Someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
You did the same.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
She listens to Beyond. That's so funny.
Again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after
Yes,
you
it
left,
is.
I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Covered in blood.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Jill. Here she comes.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake.
Probably Sakura, making sure you're okay.
The prince paying me a visit, I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see. Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
This is still not the whole story.
Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
That's true. She took on Monokuma and lived.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Not yet, Aoi. Not yet. Getting ahead of yourself again.
What's
If we
wrong?
do that.
Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Even Byakuya knows.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
I see we're going through the repeat your story one more time, and let's have Makoto point out what's going on. Okay, so I need something that talks about her head not being covered in blood, probably. Examination summary, file, status of the body. Let me check those and see if they say anything about her head, which is priority number 1. Monokuma file. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. Vomiting of blood. Status of the body. Traces of blood were found around her mouth. There was no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. Perhaps that counts. Also, I need to look at the examination summary. No blood was found on either of her hands. Doesn't mention anything about the
Sleeping
head.
peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
In front of the shelf. That is not where she was found. So that can't be accurate at all. That's actually not what I was expecting to press on, but that's what I have to press on. Is that the status of Sakura's body says she was found in the chair. It does state that explicitly. So that's clearly what I meant to do.
Where did the attack
Take place.
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No.
Okay,
it's
well,
wrong.
good thing I didn't, you know, get ahead of myself there and fire on the
We
first
found
one.
Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Well, I mean, there's a blood stain on the shelf, or on the floor in front of the shelf. Though I would have assumed that was from vomiting blood, because I did
Sakura
not
was
find blood
definitely
elsewhere.
attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
You think she could move Sakura, really?
All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors! There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then, then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
I wasn't in the first place, thank you very much.
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Is it?
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
But we already proved that
And while
couldn't have
everything was all
happened.
confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Also, Aoi, you should know that. You went and got her. Have you forgotten? Perhaps. I saw the locker being open. I was not in the locker. That's for sure. Well, I think it's for sure at least, unless we have some blackout problems too.
Hina and I both got to look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Well, I can think of a couple. What are my options? Oh, I don't even get options. Okay. We have always a count again. Okay, let's at least listen to the whole thing first.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Maybe the
So you're
vomiting
dead
blood?
set on blaming me, huh?
Okay, shot to the head, I think is probably the most important bit. There's evidence of a strong blow. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from... I can't speak, so I'm not going to speak. But I think that's gonna be my method
What
here.
was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Interesting, the timer can't go above what it started at.
There's no other possible cause.
There
What
is.
killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the
No, that's
Have we
wrong.
all managed to forget the blood vomiting somehow? Because that was kind of, you know, a big deal.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
but if there wasn't a cut or anything,
True.
then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison!
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is
But
it
it
really
is.
so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
You're
Not in
welcome.
the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Are we gonna mention my helping
yeah, good
Byakuya
point.
in finding the
There's a
clues
big
in the...
shelving unit in the chem
chem
lab
lab?
that houses a
Probably
variety
not.
of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
I mean, where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
It was actually in section A, interestingly enough.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
It's okay, it's just protein zyme. A, or X. X.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to
How?
make him spit it out!
Does Jill know it was
Flavor
powder?
certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Oh, it's
Correct.
powder.
That wasn't poison in
Alright.
the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Where indeed. However, interestingly, the Protein Zyme X protein drink, is that what it's meant to be? I'm imagining that's what it's meant to be. Give me a P, preferably, thank you. I need an R, and then a T, and then an E. Just making sure I spell it right this time. Because last time I made a small mistake in getting my cursor in the wrong spot. Protein R. Okay, I have to be careful not to mash X too many times, lest I grab the wrong letter. N and then K. That's it. N and then just K, and I can just mash the crap out of K. Don't hit the R. Perfect. Okay.
Now I understand.
Did we get a heart back for that? We're at 4 and like a third or something, maybe 4 1/4 hearts.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
It does seem...
Crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
A protein drink, I would certainly imagine. Probably not a Monokuma bottle, if I had to
You're
guess.
saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
I'm concerned that
All
Aoi
it took
gave her
to
the
kill
drink.
Sakura. That is the true cause
Not
of death.
that Aoi knew it was
No?
poison.
I do remember
Necessarily,
Ogre saying
but
that
that-
protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding
I wonder
head
if you
wound
accidentally
thing.
kill somebody. Does that count?
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Do you?
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
I mean, if it was left in the chem lab, then I would imagine it would have to be the footprints in the powder.
I got it!
However, did you figure out whose shoes those were?
Footprints left behind in front of the
They
shelf.
looked like Sakura's shoes. So us having bigger feet than
That's the
Sakura
evidence
is
you're
kind of hard to
talking
believe.
about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
I don't want to believe it
Footprints were made
yet,
by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
but I have had suspicions.
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I guess myself and Aoi.
I got it!
I still don't know if we're getting the whole story,
Me and
but
Hina are the only ones.
I
Oh, so Byakuya.
am
That
interested
explains why you...
to hear. I mean, honestly, I've been somewhat suspicious ever since Hina's been so hard on Byakuya and Toko, and
If the footprints
Hiro.
didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
so I'm curious as to whether this is the whole story or not. I knew there had to be
Plus,
something going
Hina's been
on.
acting strange ever since the trial began.
It's true.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
She was.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?